The Rock just had an article drop on him. Is he the hardest worker in Hollywood right now? Epic Universe dropped more information on Super Nintendo World. Also, we have the start of the summer movie season, and Review It Rob's going to tell us what's starting it off this weekend. And finally, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice is coming soon. So will we see a big hit with the movie? Find out.
Really?
All right, let's start with The Rock. The Rock had an article drop on him this week from The Wrap, and the article is a lot of negativity, bashing him on his work ethic on former sets, movies like Red One, Red Notice, Fast and Furious, and others alike. And what's wild about this report is there are some that say that he shows up late to set. Sometimes on call sheets, he would not have a time to come because he is always constantly late, and that he would use water bottles to take a leak in and have PAs disperse of these bottles. I gotta be honest, like, I am a Rock fan, and you know, I've been all about him since wrestling. I grew up with watching him, so he is kind of an icon of mine. And if these are true, wow, this is horrid, honestly. But what I find kind of interesting is that, you know, he's been in Hollywood for 20 plus years. He is an entrepreneur working on many projects. And in this article, in these quotes, Amazon, Netflix came out saying that these are false. He was never late. He is always professional. So it's like, what exactly is going on here? And I want to dive into it later on this week on Thrill Me Weekly this Sunday, get the gang's response on this, because we really do have to look at this. Since Black Adam and the DC fumble, there's a lot been riding on The Rock and the way he does business. And I want to kind of break down with the gang, do we kind of see this as true or false? And I need to process it myself. I read the article. I need a little bit more on it. But what say you? Do you believe what is said about The Rock? Do you think he's unprofessional? Do you think he's abusing his power? What say you? Leave it in the comments. Epic Universe just showed off more information about one of its upcoming sections, and it's the Super Nintendo World section of the park. Now, they showed off the Super Mario stuff, like the Bowser Mario Kart ride. They showed the Yoshi ride and stuff that we've seen from Hollywood and Japan, but they got to show off the new section that neither of those parks have right now, and that's the Donkey Kong section. And there's a minecart coaster that's coming along with it with a really neat special effect to make it look like the cart is jumping over, because if you ever played the old Donkey Kong Country games, like, you would be in a minecart and jump the rails and stuff, and they've made that happen with the special effect on this roller coaster, and it looks really neat. I think Epic Universe is going way above and beyond of how this park's going to just change theme parking in general. I think this could catapult them to that next level. We have a couple of more sections they haven't gotten into yet, like the Harry Potter world, the Dark Universe. So be on the lookout. Follow Throw Me Update for more information, and I'm sure we'll be talking about that. All right, Cobra Kai is coming up on its final season, and Netflix has decided to split it up in 3 parts. It's 15 episodes total, but July 28th, they're going to drop 5. November 28th, they're going to drop 5. And then in 2025, no specific date yet, they're going to drop the rest as the final event. And I'm super excited about this because this week, Columbia Pictures, Sony, has moved the new Karate Kid movie from Christmas to May. Didn't interfere with the Cobra Kai finale, and I think that's cool. I do think splitting it up in 3 parts is wild. I don't know if somehow this is going to play into the new Karate Kid movie coming out. I'm very interested, so interested, in fact, that I will have an announcement on Thrill Me Weekly this Sunday containing Cobra Kai in this channel. Rob is going to give you the movies that are dropping this weekend. Start of the summer blockbuster season is here, so let's give it away to Review It Rob.
Hey, what's up, thrillers, man? We got 3 new movies hitting theaters this week for you. A movie celebrating its anniversary in theaters, and 2 releases over on the Netflix to talk about for you if you're looking for something to watch, man. So we're going to kick it off with the big one, which is The Fall Guy. Look at those gorgeous people right there. Fall Guy is a PG-13 film. He's a stuntman fresh off of an almost career-ending accident. This working-class hero has to track down a missing movie star, solve a conspiracy, and try to win back the love of his life while still doing his day job. As you can see, you got Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, and Aaron Tyler Johnson in this movie. This movie looks like a ton of fun. I've seen this trailer thousands of times in theaters, man, and it's always been a blast watching the trailer, and it looks like it's going to be a good time movie to go see. So if you're looking for some fun action comedy film, that might be the one for you right there. If you're looking for some horror, we have a new horror movie hitting theaters this week called Tenet. Your fate is in the cards. Tenet is also PG-13 when a group of friends recklessly violates the sacred rule of terror readings. They unknowingly unleash an unspeakable evil trapped within the cursed cards. You know the saying, never touch someone else's deck. Wait, no. Never use someone else's deck. Whichever way you want to go with it. But I've seen this trailer a lot in theaters as well. Mostly plays before horror movies I've seen. It does look interesting. It does look like it could be an entertaining horror film. Got like a 13 Ghosts kind of vibe to it. So, hey, I like 13 Ghosts. I might like this movie as well. So, you got that. Maybe a little Final Destination-ish style to it as well. So, either way, that's a horror film hitting theaters this week if you want to check that out. A24 has a new movie hitting theaters this week. You know, A24 does it. They have some weird stuff, and this one looks pretty weird as well. I Saw the TV Glow. This is also PG-13. Teenager Owen is just trying to make it through life in the suburbs when his classmate introduces him to a mysterious late-night TV show, a vision of a supernatural world beneath their own. In the pale glow of the television, Owen's view of reality begins to crack. Like I mentioned, I've seen this trailer once in theaters before, some A24 movie I watched that's escaping my mind, but it was not too long ago. But it looks interesting. It looks weird and all that. If you're into interesting, weird, if you know the A24 style, that might be the deal for you. Now, if you're into celebrating films and going back into theaters when they re-release these movies for your celebrations, we have one, and we have one that's from a galaxy far, far away. I am talking, of course, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is celebrating its 25th anniversary and is hitting theaters this week. It will be in theaters until the 10th. So if you want to go check that out and celebrate Star Wars Week, because May the 4th is coming up, or Star Wars Month, as it may be, however you want to look at it. But Star Wars on the big screen, that is never a bad thing. I like me some Star Wars, and that looks like a fun time. Now, going from there, we're going to jump over to Netflix. They got 2 things hitting for you. Maybe check out one movie, one TV series. The movie is the Unfrosted, a Pop-Tart story. So this is PG-13. It is Michigan, 1963. Kellogg's and Post sworn cereal rivals race to create a pastry that will change the face of breakfast forever. A tale of ambition, betrayal, sugar, and menacing milkmen. Unfrosted stars writer director Jerry Seinfeld. And as you see on that poster, we got Melissa McCarthy, Jim Gaffigan, Hugh Grant, Amy Schumer, and a ton of others in there. I'm guessing this is a comedy film. I'm just looking at the cast there. Maybe I'm wrong, but at the same time, it's got to be, right? So if you want to check out the Pop-Tart story, that is on Netflix, and while you're over there on Netflix, there's a new show you can probably check out called A Man in Full. This is rated TVMA. When real estate mogul Charlie Croker faces bankruptcy, political and business interests collide as he defends his empire from those attempting to capitalize on his fall from grace. As you see there, it stars Jeff Daniels, fantastic actor. So there you go, man. Fun stuff all the way around. Hit the theaters. I've already got my ticket for Fall Guy. I will be seeing that, and I'm also going to see Tenet. So be sure to look out for the Review at Rob show. We'll be talking that on 2 episodes, probably that show. Pretty sure we'll be talking the Fall Guy on Thrill Me Weekly as well, man. So fun stuff to check out. Good times. Let us know if you're checking out any of these movies below, man. But hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and let us know what you watch.
Like I said, it's the start of the summer season. Fall Guy does come out at the beginning of summer, but just past summer, just 1 week past summer, a little movie called Beetlejuice Beetlejuice comes out. And boy, oh boy, are they saying that Beetlejuice could score upwards of $100 million debut. And that's really big because in September, the former winner of that box office, It, which made, I think, 120 plus million, came out. So there is a chance, with projections as they're saying right now, Beetlejuice could get $100 million opening. They could end up beating It as the dominant September box office. What say you? Do you think that Beetlejuice has a chance to beat that record? All right, thanks for watching Thrill Me Update. Be sure to check out Thrill Me Weekly this Sunday when we get into more of the conversation about The Rock and other things that have dropped, stuff that we talked about today. And make sure you check out Hunter's podcast, which dropped earlier this week. We talk about the new summer offerings at Universal Studios that are going to happen starting in June. And we get into the HHN rumors, Halloween Horror Nights, if you don't know what HHN is. So thanks for watching. We'll check you on the next one.